Hello, and welcome to this new episode of This is My Architecture. I am Sebastian, and I'm joined today by Mohamed Slik from Aramex. Hello, Mohamed. How are
Hello,
you?
Sebastian. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, can you tell us a little bit more about Aramex, Slik, please?
Sure. Aramex is a comprehensive logistics and a transportation solutions provider. We operate in 65 countries and we have 15,000 employees globally. The company moves products, everything from heavy industrial freight into international cross-border e-commerce and domestic fulfillment as well. And we have over 250 distribution centers across the world.
Okay, and can you tell us a bit more on the challenges you are going through and how you are planning to solve them?
Of course. So one of the main challenges that the industry is facing today, specifically in our emerging markets, is a lack of a proper address management structure within our regions, as compared to some of the mature markets where there's reliance on postal codes and zip codes for the drivers to navigate their addresses and to navigate their deliveries. So for us, there's a lot of dependency on descriptive addresses. So we really wanted to deploy a generative machine learning algorithm or a text matching algorithm that looks at an address in reference to historical data and come up with an XY coordinate to reduce dependency on a skilled worker that looks at an address and tries to sort it, and to reduce the number of calls that we make for customers to acquire addresses and to improve customer experience at the end of the day.
Okay, so can you walk us through this architecture, please?
Sure. So the solution has two main flows. The first flow is really about advanced analytics and machine learning capabilities to build our machine learning models. And the second one is really about empowering our data scientists for the end user flow. So the first element, we use Amazon Glue to move large amounts of data from our data sources as an ingestion service into Redshift. And we store 3 months of data in Redshift for the data scientists to build their models. But also we use S3 to ingest large amounts of data sets. And in this scenario, a lot of address data into S3, which is really a scalable, efficient data lake, a centralized data lake, where we ingest all of these data using Amazon Glue. And we also have another stream where we use where we move reference data for our data scientists to be able to, run rapid some references on rapid access to the data, run their tests to make sure that they optimize their machine learning models and build their predictive models.
Okay, so you mentioned you're only keeping 3 months of data on Redshift. So can you explain us a little bit more why and the specific processing you're doing on it?
Sure. So it really helps our data scientists, the 3 months of data for data exploration and data preparation, and also some of the data transformation that we needed to do to transform it from raw data into data that is used for accurate prediction, to build accurate prediction models. Anything from profiling, from data cleansing, and data transformation to be able to build proper machine learning models. And then the next step really is for us to build and optimize the model using SageMaker. So the building of the model, it fetches data. So SageMaker fetches data from Redshift to build and operate these models and optimize them. And in order for us to train these models to become a bit more accurate, we use Redshift Spectrum to fetch the data from S3 to make these models a bit more accurate. So the minute the precision of these models are accurate enough to drive business outcomes, we are able to deploy these models onto our operating systems and driver apps and all the front-end applications to consume SageMaker end deployments using a serverless approach through the Amazon API Gateway and Amazon Lambda to consume these models from Amazon SageMaker that is predicting accurate addresses and accurate XY coordinates. And this happens in a matter of seconds, so we can deploy and we can add value to the business on the ground.
Okay, so I understand that SageMaker is one of the key components you have in your architecture. So any specific reason why you're using SageMaker?
Of course. So data scientists need to use tools, very advanced tools, to deploy their models and to drive business outcomes very quick and very fast. And typically, we're looking for a machine learning platform that has all of these components in a managed services manner. I think SageMaker offers the capabilities to build, to develop, and to train or even deploy our models all under one platform, so that we can maximize value very quick and be able to add value to the business as quick as possible. And speed to and value to market becomes very relevant in this scenario.
Okay. And then, so what was the main benefits, so besides so all the capabilities from SageMaker? So any business benefits out of this architecture?
So imagine when the shipments start from a fulfillment journey, very early on when we create the shipment in our landscape using Amazon SageMaker and using these training models and API models, we are able to geocode our addresses very early on in the fulfillment journey of the shipment, so we can optimize our last mile capacity and optimize our routes, and also we also use it to plan capacity very early on in the journey. So we've seen a 10% improvement on our average success rates on daily basis in our emerging markets and core markets, because we're improving the quality of the addresses and we're using advanced tools to navigate and empower the driver to navigate even better and optimize the routes. And this is huge for us. So we moved, so that we improved the productivity of the driver by almost 10% in these core markets.
Okay, that's great. So thanks, Nick, for walking us through your architecture.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining This Is My Architecture.